Hello friends, welcome to SRIRAM's. The topic for today's podcast is Israel's Judicial Reforms and Controversies. Advocates and critics. What are the key changes in Israel's recent judicial reforms? The reforms are changing how the Supreme Court works and how judges are chosen. Here's what's happening. First, limiting Supreme Court's powers. The reforms want to make it harder for the Supreme Court to say no to decisions made by government and the lawmakers. The government can now overrule the court's decisions with a simple vote. Second, review of basic laws. Before, the court checked if Israel's basic laws were fair and followed human rights. Now the court can't do that anymore, which would affect people's rights. Third, changing judge selection. Choosing Supreme Court judges is changing. Instead of an independent group picking judges, the government will have more say. This might make judges less independent. Fourth, removing reasonableness doctrine. The reasonableness doctrine, which checked if government plans were sensible, is gone. Critics say that this might make the government too powerful. Fifth, impact on separation of powers. The reforms might unbalance the government's three parts: lawmakers, leaders, and judges. This could affect how fair decisions are made. Why are these changes causing arguments? People are worried about a few things. First, less watch on government. Some think limiting the Supreme Court's power may stop it from making sure that government follows rules which could hurt people's rights. Second, judges getting political. With the government having more say in picking judges, there is a fear that judges might start following politics instead of the law. Third, too much government power. People worry that these changes could give the government too much control, which might not be very good for a fair system. Fourth, less check on government plans. Getting rid of the reasonableness doctrine could mean government doesn't get questions enough, which may lead to problems. What do those supporting these changes say? People who like these changes have some reasons, such as, first, fixing judicial power. They think the court had too much power before and needed to be balanced with the government and lawmakers. Second, more government say. Supporters say that letting the government have a bigger role is better because government is chosen by the people. In short, Israel's judicial reforms are changing the Supreme Court's power and judge selection. Supporters say it makes things fairer, while critics worry it could hurt the checks and balances and the judge independence. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.